So it's time for the next figure in the Green Lantern month, and it's going to be Kyle Rayner. I believe Kyle is from 2002, where they did a series including him and Fatality and Effigy. You see, he does come with a lantern. Unlike the previous lanterns, he's not limited to the 24-hour charge period. When he just needed to recharge when his was out of power, which could be 2 days or 2 hours. In keeping with the previous Green Lanterns that were released, he comes with the new version of the Green Lantern ring. Even Hal and all the other Green Lanterns have this style of ring, and they switch back to the classic, just the lantern symbol itself. So you see both quite frequently. For posability, he can move his head side to side. His arms do go a little bit in and out, not much, but can go up and down. He bends at the elbow. He's got hip articulation and knee articulation, and that's it. So pretty much bare bones in articulation. Like most of the DC Direct, they're all about the sculpt, and that's really nice. You get, you can see his hair and his little crab face mask thing. Nice, nice body sculpt, the gauntlets and boots. Fairly simple, but nicely executed. Kyle Rayner first appears in Green Lantern Volume 3, number 48, in 1994. And he's just coming out of a bar in the back alley. Ganthet, after Hal Jordan has gone on his rampage and slaughtered a bunch of people, slaughtered a bunch of Green Lanterns, he gives this guy that he met in the back of an alley the ring and says, "You will have to do," and disappears, goes off, and you don't see him for a while. And Kyle Rayner is left to figure out what this means by himself. Now, he's the son of a CIA agent who was in deep cover, so he pretty much grew up not knowing what his father was or what he was doing. So he really had to rely on himself, and he was pretty in pretty dire straits. Not in poverty, but struggling to survive. And he becomes a graphic artist. A good way to bring in those bucks. But he becomes a graphic artist in LA. And he's just starting off on his career when this happens and he finds the ring. Or the ring finds him, whatever. He's a much different Green Lantern than the previous ones. He has to struggle with it, but he quickly, through the writers or whatever, he quickly rises to the occasion. And as much as a Hal fan as I am, he's not a bad Lantern. It's just Hal's better. that's what leads to some of the controversy behind this character, is that in order to make him a new Lantern, the new Green Lantern, they had to tear down all the other lanterns. I mean, they made Guy Gardner into this weird alien, genetic uh, thing where he could make weapons out of his body, and John Stewart they made uh, into a cripple, and I just Hal Jordan they killed, and he went insane, and all to introduce this character. Uh, at least that's what some people perceived it to be. But yeah, those characters were kind of pushed aside for this guy. But now, so he's not a bad character. It's just the timing and the way he was introduced was really bad, in that they had to destroy everything else to make way for him. He's brought into the Corps, or the Green Lantern Corps, by Jeff Johns, which was nice in that he didn't kind of do the reverse where he tore Kyle down in order to bring Hal back. No, he made Kyle even better. Another thing that's very controversial is, or that's caused a stir, is that it's not really good to be involved with Kyle Rayner, because his first girlfriend is, in order to give drama and pathos to the character, is killed. And is not just killed, is not just killed, but is killed with extreme prejudice and, is overly dramatic, where he comes home and he finds her stuffed in the refrigerator, which is pretty horrific. But yeah, thinking back on it, and so that's become sort of a term or a cliche, where is that a character that is connected to the main character and is killed in an overly horrific and dramatic way, to give extra pathos or emotion to the main character, is called the woman in a refrigerator, and particularly pertaining to girlfriends. His first girlfriend is not the only one to fault over to, because he also dates Donna Troy, and then Donna Troy dies, and then he hooks up with Jade, and she dies. So if I were Sarenic, Lantern Sarenic, I would watch out. Even though, spoiler alert, he is supposed to have died just recently. I'm not sure he's dead. You do not want to date Kyle Rayner. You end up dead. Well, I'll have to admit that Donna Troy, she has come back. Join me next time when I will be looking at, showing off, Guy Gardner. So until then, so long.